right, today's theme, living your dreams today through setting measurable goals. Do you have goals? Do you have specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely goals that you're focused on to achieve success in your business or in your personal life? Do you have the drive, the heart, the consistency needed to achieve success? Do you want to turn your dreams into reality? Or are you happy just plodding along, hoping that something good happens to you? Success doesn't just happen. It takes vision, hard work, follow through, and a plan. A plan. Think of when you were a child. Think of when you were a kid. Did you have goals? You didn't have goals when you were a kid. You had dreams. You had dreams of being something. Some little boys dreamt of being a fireman. Some little girls wanted to dream to be a princess. But those are dreams. What kind of goals did you have when you were a kid? You didn't have goals. Why didn't you have goals? The same reason 90% of adults now have no goals. Because they were never taught how to have a goal. They never understood what a goal was. They never understood that it needed to be specific, that it needed to be measurable, that it needed to be attainable, that it's something that you can reach out and actually achieve. They didn't know that there would be a time frame to achieve that success. You know, I look back in my life and I had a dream when I was a kid. I wanted to be in the Olympics. That was my dream. And it's interesting, the theme of this show, and Peter brought it up about Olympics, but I wanted to be in the Olympics. And why did I want to be in the Olympics? Because when I was 12 years old, I had a mentor, Sid Cherokee. He was with the Police Athletic League. And he introduced me into coming in and track and field events. And those events were the shot put and discus. And I was 12 years old. I was excited by this. And I ended up going and doing the track and field events and practicing. And we went to a park somewhere in Middle Long Island, and I ended up winning a gold medal, which I still have today. A gold medal and a silver medal for discus and shot put. I thought that was so cool. This is back in 1973. I was 12 years old. The next year, 13, I was moving up to the next age group, and I was all excited about continuing shot put and discus. Because in 1976, the Olympics were coming to Canada. I was going to be 15. I didn't think I'd make it then, but I was thinking, this is a dream I have, to do the Olympics. And that next year, I went and again competed in shot put and discus. And again, I won 2 gold medals. And I won a silver medal. I was so excited, my parents were happy. I want to be in the Olympics. But it was a dream. It was a dream. No one taught me how to create a goal, to create a vision, to create steps where you can achieve success. And many adults are in the same way. They have a dream. A lot of business owners, I'm going into business. Well, what are you going to do? Well, I'm going to go market myself. I'm going to go to meetups. I'm going to go to networking events. I'm going to meet people. And what is your goal for doing that? Oh, to get business. Well, do you have a plan? Do you have something specific in mind? Something that you can measure from month to month? Something that's attainable? Something that's relevant and something you can put a time frame on? Many people don't, because of the fact we never learn. There's fear with adults in creating a goal. Why is there fear? We may not succeed. Or we will succeed, and what is my life going to look like then? There is a fear. There's self-image. Can I really do this? And they've never been sold. Adults have never been sold on having a goal, a specific plan, how to get there. And again, they just don't know how. That's what we're here for. We're here to guide individuals to get them through the beginning phases, achieve goals, achieve success. You know, I want to talk about when, a few years back, I can use it now, but back then, 10 years ago, I did not know this phrase. And it's relevant now. It's a Les Brown phrase. It's one of my favorite. When you are ready to change, you're going to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. And 10 years ago, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was out of shape. My whole life, I've been athletic. I always had a goal of continuing to work out, to run. I played soccer, I played rugby, baseball, golf. I did everything. I was active. And life happens. And I let myself go. And 10 years ago, I'll never forget, walking up 2 flights of stairs and getting to that top of that stair and going, and it hit me. Now, this wasn't something that just happened that day. This was an accumulation of not taking care of myself. And I realized that. And from that day, I said to myself, I'm over it. I'm not doing that anymore. And that night, it was a Saturday. I'll never forget. Saturday night, we went to a dinner party. And a woman was talking about a race. A 5K race, 3.1 miles, that was occurring 3 months from now. And I was excited. Okay, that's my attainable goal. That is my specific goal. That is what I want to succeed at this race. So Sunday I went out from my house, I took a drive around the neighborhood, and I mapped out a drive. It was a little over 3 miles, 3.3 miles. 5Ks, 3.1 miles. So that was a good starting point. Now, if any of you remember when you've been out of shape for a while and now you're going to go exercise, what do? You got to go to the store. You need some nice running shorts. You need some nice shirts to wear. I need new sneakers, right? I need to look good if I'm going to start my exercise regime and I'm going to work at my goal. And what happens the first day that you go out and start exercising? You want to take all those sins of the past and fix them that first day. That first day, my regime was after work on Monday. I was going to start. I put my clothes on. I went down to the street. I loosened up. I warmed up. And I'm going to start running. And I started running. And I'm running hard. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to lose 20 pounds in this first run. That's how excited I am. It's not the way it works. When you set goals and you are looking to achieve success, this takes time. You have to measure your success as you move along. And I remember running about 200 yards and I had to stop. I was gasping for breath. I still had over 3 miles to go, but I've continued on. And over time, I started noticing that I could run further with each time I went out. And I followed the same regime. After work, I'd come home, put on my clothes, go out to the street, stretch, warm up, and start my run. And I would run between 4 and 5 times a week. And maybe I'd take a day off, maybe not. I was timing each run. Remember, when you have goals, you need to have a time frame. You need to see how your success is going. Because here's the important part of having a goal and achieving success, is that when you start to see those little bits of success that you have, you start to expound on it. You say, wow, I've dropped 3 pounds, and I've beat my time by 4 minutes. I can do this. That's what goals do. That's what having a plan for goals do for you. I remember I was able, after about a month and a half, to go 2 miles straight without stopping. I've already dropped about 10, 12 pounds. I am feeling better about me. And I want to continue on and move forward. That's the important part of having goals. And those little successes keep expounding on each other, keep growing where you want to reach that pinnacle. About 2 months into it, I was able to run 2 3/4 miles straight to the base of this hill near my home. The base of the hill looked like a mountain to me. I'd always walk up that hill, come down the other side. It was maybe a little over 1/4 mile. But I was able to run to that hill. And I'll never forget, on a Monday I made it. I ran 3 1/4 miles, made it to the base of that hill, and I said, all right, I'm taking it on. And it was a Monday, and I started running. And if you ever run up a hill, a pretty steep hill, your muscles start to burn. You feel it. That's the first time I'm doing it. But my goal is I need to complete this whole course so I can run in this race in less than a month. Well, I made it to the mailbox the first day. I felt good. I stopped. Okay, I'm walking up the hill. I'm going to continue going. Went down the hill, back home, stretched, did exercises. Next day came, Tuesday. I'm feeling good. I'm going to go further this time. Now I can run that full 2 3/4 miles, and I can get to the base of that hill, and I'm going to succeed. I'm going to get up this hill. And I run past the mailbox this time, and I get to the intersection. And I stop again. My legs are on fire. I'm breathing heavy. But I see success in the horizon. Setting goals for yourself and achieving these little momentum of success are going to continue to make you want to go further. Wednesday came, and I did the same exact thing, and I got past the intersection, but I did not finish to the top of the hill. I don't know what was in my brain about it. I don't know what happened. Thought I could do it. It wasn't that much further, maybe another 100 yards, but I didn't get there. That's okay. I went past. My times are getting better. I'm still losing weight. I am achieving success. Thursday comes, and this happens to everybody who has a goal. Sometimes something's going to come up, and it's going to happen, and it's going to be a wall. It's going to hit you dead in your tracks. And you're going to wonder, dang, can I really do this? And that happened to me on Thursday. I started running, and I stopped running after 1.5 miles. I don't know why. I have no idea. I've been running for two months. I've been feeling great about myself. I've been getting healthier. Why did I stop? Is it something mental in me? Was I bored of my route? I started questioning myself. Can I do that? I started questioning myself. Maybe this is good enough. And you are going to question yourself when you're trying to achieve goals, when you're trying to achieve success. You're going to think, maybe this is good enough, but you know, that wasn't the ultimate goal. I had a specific goal in mind, and that was the race, and I had to finish this. Friday came along, I got dressed, my normal routine, I went out, I started stretching, I started warming up, and I decided not to run. I had to step back. I had to think about, refocus my energies. And sometimes you have to do that when you are trying to reach a goal. You have to reassess what you've been doing and rethink your energies, replan what you're doing, get refocused. Saturday came and went, Sunday came and went. Monday, 3 days I haven't run. Now when you're doing something and it becomes habitual, when you're trying to achieve success and you're trying to reach a goal, when you stop, you start to feel anxious. You want to get back to doing it. And that's how I felt on Monday. But I didn't go Monday. Decided one more day. And Tuesday I went back and I felt different than the 4 prior days. I didn't run. I had a new, renewed energy in me. I'm thinking about my goal and what I'm going to do and how am I going to achieve this success. And I did my same routine. Put my clothes on, get out to the street, warm up, stretch, start running. And running. And I got to the base of the hill 2 3/4 miles away. And it was different. I can feel different. And sometimes this is going to happen when you are trying to achieve success in your business. You do have to step back. You have to reassess. And you're going to see that you can go further than you went before. Sometimes you need to take a step back to take 2 steps forward. And that's what I did. And I got to that hill. And I ran up that hill, mailbox, the intersection, 3/4 of the way up. And just before I reached the top of that hill, it happened. I don't know if you've ever had this feeling, but I had the hairs on the back of my neck stand on edge. I was elated. I was overcome with joy that I could make this happen. I could make this a reality after a little over 2 months of hard work. Because goal setting and reaching your goals are hard work. If it was easy, everybody would do it. But guess what? Everybody doesn't. They just plod along. They hope something happens. They hope they get the phone call. They don't have the plan. They don't have a specific idea of what they want to do, something measurable, something attainable. You know, someone who has a goal making $10,000 a year this year, but next year I want to make $1 million, is that attainable? Is it probable? Highly unlikely. It's possible, but probable no goal for someone who's making $10,000. Yeah, that could be an attainable goal. You have to have a realistic goal, and my realistic goal was to complete this course and complete this race. And here's the interesting thing, that when I made it to the top of that hill, and I started on my way down, and I could see my home, and I got closer, and I got closer, and I ran by my home, and I kept running, and I ran another mile. I ran over 4 miles, and I'll tell you why I did that. Because when you reach success, when you reach the goal, you want more. You don't want to stop there. You want to continue. And that became ingrained in me. A month came by and I went and I did my race and I continued running and I got healthier and healthier. Great Zig Ziglar quote about goals is you can't reach your goals as a wandering generality. You just can't hope something bumps into you and voila, there's my goal, I've reached it, I've hit the right person. You must become a meaningful specific. You must have specific goals in mind. Highly successful people have goals. They have a timeline. They have it written out on paper. Tell people what your goals are. Let people know. That's going to hold you accountable. What we do here, and it's a great day for business Atlanta, is we hope to guide members in creating goals that can be measurable, specific, attainable, relevant, and timely to them. Because we all need help, and we just can't do it alone. Thank you very much for your time.